challenge for survival in the future. But I also agree with you, Mr. Jones and Mr. Watson, your previous guest, that the killing people is not the answer. Obviously, there are no guarantees.
Well, here's the deal. Even if you think we're overpopulated, which actually is disinfo at many levels, some of the technologies are dirty and bad and have problems and need to be perfected or improved on. The issue is all this eugenics isn't about population. It's about control. It's about restricting. It's about feudalism. It's about serfdom. It's about a top-down, vertically integrated global government. And it's about controlling human destiny and dumbing the mass down. I appreciate your call. The eugenicists are actually trying to dumb people down to make them more manageable. G. Edward Griffin?
Well, yeah, no question about it. And I think this issue of overpopulation needs to be focused on. The evidence is very strong that in advanced societies, the population now is decreasing. Only in parts of the world is it increasing. I believe
so the answer is you increase the technology, and they all know that. G. Edward Griffin, final segment straight ahead. Stay with us. Riveting info.
It is a big idea. A new world order.
In the near future, Earth is dominated by a powerful world government.
It's known as the Bilderberg Group. Could their objective be world domination?
For thousands of years, their dark order grew. Now, as they hail the birth of the New World Order, their great dream of exterminating 80% of humanity is at hand. For the first time in history, the elite's plan for world government is blown wide open. You will learn the secret that drives the entire New World Order agenda.
Bilderberg is making great progress toward a world government.
Most people have no idea. They're not after money. They have all the money they need. They're after power. That's their aphrodisiac.
Order Endgame on DVD at prisonplanet.com or Infowars.com, or watch it online right now at prisonplanet.tv. Endgame, blueprint for global enslavement. You have been warned.
Of the 3 million plus edible food plants that grow on Earth, no other single plant can compare with the nutritional value of the powder, seeds, and oil of the hemp plant. At hempusa.org, we ship worldwide these nutritional products with free shipping to the U.S. and Canada. At hempusa.org, we want to educate our listeners that edible hemp is not marijuana and is certified THC-free. Our powder is 50% protein and does not contain gluten. Gluten impairs the cells from absorbing nutrients. This nutrient-dense food can be stored up to 5 years when vacuum-packed and is priced affordably to be used as a storable food. HempUSA.org is a bulk shipper starting with 5 pounds and up. To allow this food to work for you, call 908-691-2608 or go to HempUSA.org and order today. The body will react and heal itself given the proper nutrition. This superfood will be your greatest asset. So try it today, store it today, and change your life. Call 908-691-2608 or order from hempusa.org.
When you hear the words water purification, what comes to mind? If it's Berkey Water Purification Systems, this message is for you. Did you know that over 60% of municipal water contains fluoride at less than 2 cents per gallon? Berkey water filters purify treated and untreated water, remove dangerous chlorine, fluoride, and contaminants from municipal water. These filters are powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, making them perfect for rainwater collection systems. From the smallest to the largest systems, BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has what you need. With your system purchase, you'll receive a shower filter, a fluoride filter, or 2 sport Berkey bottles absolutely free. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com would like to offer GCN listeners 5% off all ceramic filter systems and ship all orders over $50 free of charge. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. Or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY today.
Final segment, and I got all these loaded phone lines here. I want to try to get to everybody. Rod in Kentucky, you're on the air with G. Edward Griffin. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Alex. Mr. Griffin, I want to say it's a pleasure to talk to you also. I use your CD, The Creature from Jekyll Island, as one of the intro packs I give to people to introduce them, to let them know what's going on. Okay. The main reason I called today is I just wanted to let you know, Alex, about the soft kill weapons, that I think one of the main things you stressed on it this morning is I went to the doctor, had a complete panel run, all blood tests. Everything was absolutely perfect. You know, I don't drink tap water, stuff like that. However, my testosterone level was 225 nanograms a deciliter. The average male is supposed to be 5 to 550. You don't start reaping the health benefits till 600 to 800. Now then, even if your blood panels and everything are good, if you live from middle age on with low testosterone, you are at much greater risk for heart attack, stroke, and prostate cancer. Now then, do you think it's possible that they could be doing things already to lower the male testosterone? Of course, I went immediately on therapy to replace my level.
No. Paul Watson, I mean, the reason people are polite in Texas is just 50, 60 years ago, if you're rude to somebody, they'd kill you. And now men just aren't as angry. They aren't as focused, or it's a fake type of, masculineness. But armed societies or polite societies, our testosterone is lower. Our sperm counts are way lower. Paul Watson has an article where they're putting chemicals in the water at prisonplanet.com. Let me get a comment from G. Edward Griffin on that. This engineering of the society, there's a lot of evidence to that. Your take on it?
Well, my take on it is that, like everybody else, it just makes a lot of sense, and you can see the evidence of it as you go. I haven't really checked out the science myself, Alex, like you have, or Watson, but it just makes a lot of sense. And again, once we understand the big picture and what these people are trying to do, then it's almost a perfect litmus paper test that you can use to come to a preliminary judgment anyway as to whether something is true or false. You do have to run it down and clarify it and check it out yourself. But you have a pretty good feeling for whether something is true or false when you understand how well it fits in with the overall plan.
Absolutely. Let's take another call here. Let's talk to Chris in Maryland. You're on the air with G. Edward Griffin and Infowars.com. Go ahead.
Hey, I had a question for you because I was talking to some fellows about this issue, but I did some reading on one of the websites a lot like yours where they had said that in the United States, down in the state of Alabama, they found a compound with trucks that had markings that looked a lot like they were Russian, and they were supposed to be drilling them to do civil disobedience and anti-riot.
Let me explain. This is an old urban legend that's been around since the mid-'90s. This is how they debunk us. The United States government and others and some private companies bought tons of cheap Eastern Bloc surplus, and I know people in Bastrop, who collect them, and they got a U.S. one, a British one, a Russian one. And so people show that and say it's a Russian invasion, a bunch of 1970s rotting equipment. The real invasion is public deals signed to use Canadian, Mexican troops and others to quell civil disturbances. That's mainstream news, but nobody will ever focus on it. Toronto Star, Associated Press, Vigilant Guardian. The national level exercise going on now is with troops from 14 governments. That's Homeland Security site. But nobody will get into the real admitted stuff. Instead, they talk about what they heard or what they saw. I appreciate your call. I'm not saying you're a bad caller. I'm just correcting that. G. Edward Griffin, your comments on that?
Well, again, I'm stuck with saying what you said, Alex. It's certainly true. You get a lot of disinformation out there, and unfortunately people will run with it because it has the grains of truth. But no, you're absolutely right. The real threat is not from a bunch of old Russian trucks sitting in a lot for sale someplace. It's from the existing government and in our treaties with other countries, Canada and Mexico in particular.
G. Edward, we're out of time. God bless you. Retransmission starts now.
America's #1 source for independent talk radio for over a decade. We are the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones. Have you heard of the Millionaire Patriot? Well, you should. He has a free handgun and 5 days of firearms training waiting for you. That's right. You can attend 5 days of world-class gun training at Front Sight Firearms Training Institute and secure a 30-state concealed weapons permit, all for pennies on the dollar. Plus, if you act fast, the Millionaire Patriot will give you a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice. I believe now is the time that you and your family need to be armed and trained to levels that exceed law enforcement and military standards. Front Sight provides such training without any boot camp mentality or drill instructor attitudes.
This is real. Don't miss out. Secure a front sight defensive handgun course, plus a 30-state concealed weapons permit for pennies on the dollar, and get your free handgun. Go to frontsight.com today. That's FRONTSIGHT.com. Go to frontsight.com for your training and free gun.
This is the GCN Radio Network, home to hard-hitting talk radio.